for a warning label.
A warning label?
Instructions of how to disarm it.
Why the hell would they put instructions on the bottom of a trap?
Because animals can't read.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most outlandish warning labels that truly make you wonder why they were ever needed.
He doesn't look strong enough, but he broke off part of the bed frame and used it as a knife. Thank you.
Oh, just put warning labels on those beds.
Number 10. Remove child before folding. A modern-day convenience to many parents is that of the stroller. An offshoot of the baby carriage, strollers are intended to allow younger children to remain sitting while their parents push them along, often employed to help keep the kids up with their parents' pace. Strollers typically fold up into a compact shape for storage under beds, or in your car, or virtually anywhere. However, it seems in some cases, a label had to be added to remind parents to not fold the stroller without first removing the child, since it would be incredibly difficult to fold it with the child in it. Seems a little overkill to need a label to warn us.
Hilarious reactions from curious New Yorkers.
Oh, God!
The Devil Baby, a frighteningly genius marketing campaign for the new Devil's Due movie opening tomorrow.
Number 9. Safety goggles recommended. Somewhere in a secret laboratory, an unnamed scientist is about to make a grave mistake. They spotted a new piece of mail on their desk from a fellow scientist they've been collaborating with. Instead of just tearing it open, they grab a small letter opener from the jar on the desk. They slip the blade through the side and swipe through the paper like butter. But just as it tears through the edge, the opener slips from the man's hand. The scientist is paralyzed by fear and screams just as the opener bounces off their eye. If only they had read the warning label on the box that told them to use eye protection, this travesty could have been avoided. Number 8. Avoid pouring on the crotch area. Although we can't say for sure, we highly suspect this one was inspired by the famous McDonald's coffee lawsuit. The short version, a woman sued McDonald's when she burned herself accidentally when her fresh cup of joe spilled on her lap.
Stella Liebeck spilled just 8 ounces of coffee, but she attracted a flood of attention. The jury's awards set off a media frenzy and became a rallying cry for those who believed our legal system had run amok.
Truth be told, Stella Liebeck spent 8 days in the hospital after suffering from third-degree burns.
All I remember is trying to get out of the car. I screamed, not realizing I was burned that bad. I knew I was in terrible pain.
The severity of the burns caused Stella Liebeck to go into shock.
So maybe Ronald's coffee was a bit too hot. She may have won her case, but it seems to have inspired some other coffee franchises to warn people about the dangers of pouring hot coffee between your legs.
Hey, what's going on? What just happened here?
Nothing.
What do you got? One of those cafe lattes in your shirt?
Don't have anything. What? Ask him.
All right, come on, coffee boy, bring it out.
What?
Number 7. Do not use while sleeping. Your head hits the pillow and off to dreamland you go. In the midst of your slumber, you find yourself with an urge to wash your hair. You can't stop dreaming about it. You just keep washing it again and again and again. When you finally feel it's clean enough, you pull out your industrial-sized hairdryer and try to remove the moisture from your wet locks. Alas, as you are about to turn it on, you notice a small warning label near the switch that warns you not to use it while you're sleeping. The shock of such a warning releases you from your snooze, and you awaken in bed, forever wondering exactly how someone would dry their hair while asleep.
I do think sleeping with my blow dryer is harmful. I know that it's dangerous because it can impact not just myself. Hey, if my house caught on fire, catch neighbors' houses on fire.
Number 6. Do not put any person in this washer. Now, here's an entry where we can actually envision someone having tried this and ended up with serious injuries. We can almost picture the likes of Wee Man from Jackass climbing into one of these machines and having Steve-O turn it on. As nonsensical as it may seem for adults, the label is not without merit. Small children and toddlers are just the right size for climbing into both a regular-sized dryer and a front-loading washing machine. As much as maybe parents don't like giving their kids baths, running them through a short cycle in the washing machine is just not a safe alternative. Number 5. Never use a lit match or open flame to check fuel level. As we go through this list, it becomes abundantly clear that a big part of what these labels are doing is accounting for a complete and total lack of common sense. The average person in an industrial society knows that gasoline is very flammable. Since it burns very easily, it shouldn't be that much of a stretch to assume that putting fire near it may not be a good idea. Ever wonder why there are no smoking signs at gas stations? The actual risk of an explosion is negligible, but there is a real danger of the fumes igniting and harming someone. But still, why would this warning need to be put on a jet ski? Number 4, do not hold the wrong end of a chainsaw. Exactly how would you hold a chainsaw from the wrong end? Given that this particular piece of equipment can literally only be used one way, it's hard to fathom exactly where this warning came from. One hand holds the handle while the other pulls the trigger, which turns the machine on and keeps it running. Even if you tried to hold it by the blade, the sheer weight of the motor would likely tip the device over. Sure, if the machine was somehow running without the main handle engaged, perhaps you could hold it by the blade, but why on earth would you ever want to try that? Number 3, do not iron clothes on body. Quick poll, do you iron your clothes? If your attire is full of suits, ties, and dress shirts, odds are you do. For those of us who have, we've learned the do's and don'ts of ironing from our parents, a school teacher, or maybe even right here on YouTube. Since the entire point of ironing is to get rid of wrinkles, you'd think one would probably need a flat surface to iron them on, yet it appears there must be a group of people who didn't learn that and needed to see a warning label instructing them not to wear the clothes while ironing them. We think the possibility of getting burned would be enough, don't you? Number 2, do not eat. Trivia question. What do an iPod Shuffle, a box of hammers, a brash fishing hook, and a laser printer toner have in common? They all shared the distinct embarrassment of having had a warning label instructing people to not eat them. How does one even get the toner out of a laser printer cartridge to begin with, let alone try to consume it? And why would anyone try to eat a hammer, let alone a box of them? Maybe someone thought the shuffle part of an iPod would help them with digestion, maybe. And as for the hook, who knows? Maybe they were trying to catch a ringworm inside of themselves.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. This product is not intended for use as a dental drill. Did you chuckle at hearing our number 1 entry? Yes, this is a real thing. There have been instances of this label found on both rotary tools and full-on hand drills. No one likes going to the dentist, and yes, sometimes it can hurt the pocketbook a little, but no one could possibly need a filling so bad that they go out to their back shed, pull out their Black & Decker and a soldering iron, and try to fill their own teeth. The sheer stupidity of even attempting to use one of these tools is unfathomable. In some ways, it truly makes us question whether human beings really are the most intelligent species on Earth. Have you ever spotted a ridiculous label and wondered why it was there? Show us how silly the world can be in the comments down below.
See, because of me, now they have a warning.
Hey, Dad, sell you these for $50.
Woohoo! Sold!
Those aren't tickets to the game, Homer.
What do you mean? It says right here, free wig with every purchase of large wig, Downtown Wig Center.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.